All right, so this is the video demonstration for Team Omega and our site CodeTogether. My name's Ronnie.
I'm Aryan.
And I'm TJ. Our application is designed to allow people to come together to create and improve upon independent projects in an efficient way. Our site allows users to create an account to showcase their skills and previous experience to others in order to create an effective project team. Similarly, users can create public projects to show people to browse. The project will have all relevant info like a description, necessary skills, GitHub page, etc. This way, users are able to see which project most interests them or fits well with their skill set.
This site is not only for programmers, however. People who think that they have the next big thing app idea can come onto the site and create a project in the hopes that some programmers will see it and hop on board. This is what makes our site unique. The combination of programmers and entrepreneurs into one space to discuss and work on projects will facilitate the creation of more applicable and well thought out projects.
All right, so I'm going to start with a simple sign up for a user named John Smith. I'm going to sign up and give this a little confirmation here, and then I'm going to click here to finish my profile. So once you log in, there's a couple more things that you're going to want to do. For now, I'm just going to fill these in with just some keywords just to show that we're creating a profile properly. So I'm going to save these changes. You'll see John Smith's profile has been updated. So now we're going to go to our homepage. This is what our homepage looks like. I'm going to quickly search for John Smith. There he is. We can click on this and then see his account with some basic information about him. This is all the information that you saw that we just entered. Now I'm going to delete this profile. We're going to go back to home. We're going to look for John Smith again. He's not going to be there. So that's the basic CRUD operations for our profiles. So now this is our homepage. We have some featured projects here for what's really trending on the page right now. We can browse projects to look up just general projects. And for each of these, we can click on one of them and see a descriptive page for each of these projects as well. Now I'm going to create a project. As before, I'm just going to fill this in with some keywords just so you can see how things are working. You can see each of these attributes about every project. So now we'll see project one was successfully created. So now let's go back home. We can search for project one, and we'll see that it comes up in the results. We'll look at it just like before. We saw this page that shows the description of the project. Underneath each project, we have a feedback section so people can comment on what they think the project is going to look like or what it should be about. And then we can also delete the project. So you'll see it shows project one has been deleted. We're going to go back. Once again, we'll search for project one, and we'll find that it's not there. And so that's the basics of our CRUD for projects.
We also have a list of targeted users which we think should be applicable to our website. The first would be all computer science students looking for new projects and just web dev or some other skills to add to their resume. We can also have investors and mentors who can help students get going with their projects and help with any other soft skills which they need. We can also have other students who are looking to gain some computer science skills along with what they're studying right now.
Some highlights of our application that we found the most interesting would be our user interface. We're quite proud of the way it came together and how it looks. And then on top of that, our search bar and being able to display the database elements and read all the information from the database and display it in a clean looking way.
So for the list of what our team found easy and hard is for the easy part, the simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript was pretty easy, pretty straightforward to implement. The MongoDB setup was straightforward as well with the Atlas, which we're using. A little bit of tricky side of things were Bootstrap, which was the first time we were using, and we had to implement it for the whole website, which looks really good in the end. The Heroku setup was definitely very tricky with all the linking parts. Node.js was something which we were using the first time, so that became a little hard. Also working with the server files, especially when we were reading data from databases for all of our projects or profiles. So that became a little tricky when we were trying to render the HTML using simple JavaScript. So I think these were the main tricky parts of our website.
For future things we would add, we would want to add a feedback and comment section. We would want to have the different user profiles with user authentication and for volunteers, investors, and mentors. And then we'd want to have users have the corresponding projects so that a user would be able to display the project they created.
All right, and that about wraps things up for Team Omega.